Good to meet you too. Good to see you again.
How are you doing?
Just fine. How about you?
Doing well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for calling me. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you got a few minutes to spare. So, you had some information you want to share with me today?
Yeah, I'm having some issues with the children. They just don't seem to be engaged in pretty much anything. But I especially noticed that nobody plays in the block area anymore. They're just not interested. They don't seem to like the materials I put in there.
Now, what type of materials do you have in there?
Well, blocks. We have different types of blocks. There's some people, there's some animals, trucks.
So how often do the kids actually go to that area?
Well, they really don't go there at all.
At all?
No. They don't use that center. The other ones sort of, but they just don't seem engaged.
Don't seem engaged at all.
No.
Okay. Now, what type of materials have you possibly seen before that might have worked in there?
Well, some of them are pretty creative. If we put some cardboard in there, they could build a foundation with the bricks and then put cardboard as walls and things, and maybe that would help.
Okay. Well, Linda, what I'd like to ask you is this. What are some ways that we could possibly find out the interests of the children for that block area?
That's a good question. I could ask them. I never asked them. I could ask them during snack one day, what are some things they'd like to see in their block area.
That would be a good idea. And whenever you're asking them, maybe document that down on a piece of paper or ask one of the kids, hey, do you mind taking some notes?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I noticed the older children like to be, all the children like to be involved especially when I'm around. I know maybe if I spent more time in the block area, some of them would go over there too. But that's a good idea to get the older children involved in taking notes, listening. They'll be listening to each other and coming up with new ideas and brainstorming. That's a good idea.
And Linda, what you said was fantastic. Allowing the kids to participate in finding out what blocks they might like to use in the block area, and also you participating in the block area as well. You're modeling, you're showing interest too. And generally the kids will follow where you're going. And plus, they'll learn how to use those type materials. Is there anything else that you think that could draw some interest to the block area or expand their knowledge?
Well, maybe I could try putting a toy that they seem to like in there, and then they could build a house for it or something, or have a figurine or something, and then maybe I could find some books to go with that idea too. So we'd be involving literacy too. This is great. I'm excited now. I'm engaged, so if I'm engaged, then hopefully they'll be engaged.
And you're right on the money. This is something you might want to go ahead and maybe start. Is there a particular time of day that you can ask the kids, or does it really interrupt their schedule? And to find out more?
Snack in the afternoon when they're sitting around eating and talking amongst themselves. Yeah, I'll ask them at snack and have, first I'll get somebody to volunteer to take notes. Oh, this is great. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going to try it tomorrow.
Great. Well, find out some information from your kids.
Okay.
From my understanding, you'll find out that information, have someone take some notes, and once they let you know, hey, we would like to see this in block area, see what you can do about adding those materials in there.
Okay.
And if you have difficulty in finding those materials, if you'll contact me, which you've already got my phone number and email,
yes.
let me know. I'll be glad to send you some resources
Great.
so you can find those materials. But what if we look at our schedules and maybe follow up after a week after you've got this implemented,
Okay.
just to see how it's coming out for you guys.
Okay, great. I'll send you an email the day I start, and then probably a few days later see how it's going, and then we can set up a time, maybe 3 or 4
Great.
That'd be great. Thank you so much for your help.
That's awesome, Linda. Well, I know it's about time for you to head back, so thank
Yes.
you so much. I appreciate it, and I look forward to speaking with you. If you will do me a favor before I leave, if you'll just sign off for me, please.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Linda. I appreciate it.
Great.
All right, take care.
Thanks, you too.